Welcome back, everybody. Oh man, so to all my American viewers, you just got a trade agreement with Mexico. To my fellow Canadians, we're gonna have to wait and see what happens later. Alright, so by the title, you know that Nafta is officially dead. Like, dead. The North American Free Trade Agreement that has been in place since 1994, a relatively good year I may add, is done. Done. Absolutely dead. Absolutely done. It is now known as the United States-Mexico Trade Agreement. Cool. I mean, that's a fun name. Very basic. Definitely not no cool name like Nafta, but United States-Mexico Trade Agreement. Alright, so what happened? Well, Trump and the President of Mexico, Enrique Peña Nieto. I hope I'm saying that right, but I'm not Spanish, so don't hate. They got to talking, and they made a deal, so that's good for them. But, you know, me as in Mr. Canada over here, what happens to me? Oh, man. So this is an interesting one. So this deal was made a few days ago. I'm making this video a little bit late, sorry about that. But the deal was done. There's some things I'll talk about the deal. I'll talk about them in a second. But what does this mean for Canada? And the United States, really, because it's the two of them. So Canada can join this agreement, from what I understand, is that Trump has been talking to Trudeau, and they've been talking all night. Maybe by the time you even see this video, it might be done. I'm not 100% sure. I'm recording this video Wednesday night. You'll probably see it on the Thursday. So Trump and Trudeau have been talking. Trudeau says he is okay with doing a trade agreement, but not if it's a bad trade agreement. He will not agree to it. Pretty standard. I mean, I don't expect him to agree to it. If it's a bad one, why would you? That makes no sense. And not to mention, he is struggling a little bit because in the next about 14 months or so, it is election time here in Canada. So he may not become prime minister. He may, who knows, right? So he has a lot to worry about. I think more than likely he's going to want to get a deal done, just by what I hear over here on the news, the Canadian news. They make it sound like he wants to get a deal done. I'm imagining he does want to get a deal done too. More than likely he will get a deal done. So let's make a deal, right? So more than likely the United States, Canada, and Mexico will, you know, become trading partners again. It just makes sense. The main things are the United States has a problem with dairy. Trump has even said this himself. He doesn't like that Canada's charging him more on dairy. Canada has an issue with steel imports. If the United States imposes the tariffs on the steel imports, things will get more costly over here for cars, on average going up about $5,000 to $7,000 per car. So pretty costly, actually. The average, well, not the average, the cheaper end new car price is say around $30,000. So if you add $5,000 to $7,000 of that, that's a pretty good chunk. That's 20%, right? 20% tariffs on $5,000 off of a $30,000 car. So that's fairly expensive, adding 20% more to cars over here. So that's not fun. That's pretty much the gist of that. So more than likely they're going to get a trade deal done. If they don't, that'll probably suck. Things will change a little bit here. And some other things will be more expensive here. I did hear on the news. Some things will go up, like I believe ketchup, like mayo, butter, toilet paper, tissue paper, napkins, all that kind of stuff. But anyways, we'll probably get reached. But let me read you some details on the United States-Mexico Trade Agreement. So basically, the United States-Mexico Trade Agreement, this is the top Nafta issues. 75% of car contents come from the United States and Mexico. Roughly half of auto content, I believe it's about 40%, made by workers making at least $16 an hour. Tariffs on agricultural products remain at zero. No sunset provision, deal to last about 16 years. And they will review it every 6 years. This must be approved by Congress. Steel and aluminum tariffs will remain. Section 232 tariffs not addressed in this agreement. Okay, so that's pretty much the gist of that trade agreement. Nothing too crazy, pretty standard stuff. If you were wondering, I'd also like to talk about the United States' biggest trading partners. The top US trading partners at 16.4% is China. Good old China. I know the United States and China are kind of having a little bit of a spat right now. Hopefully they get over it for the betterment of each of their countries. I don't know the full details on that one. I didn't look into it as much as I did the next two. Like at 15% is Canada, at 14.3% is Mexico, 5.3% is Japan, and 4.4% is Germany, rounding out the top 5. This is also for 2017 facts. So that's a little bit about the United States and their trading partners and whatnot. Basically, I just wanted to say Nafta is officially dead. Put a fork in it. It's done. It's done dinner over here. Hopefully out with the old, in with the new. And hopefully the new is better, more improved, and cheaper, and more effective for both Canadian, United States, and Mexican citizens alike. You know, we're all attached, and if I can quote a really good movie here that I really enjoyed that just came up this year too, in February, in Black Panther, he says, now don't quote me exactly because I'm not searching this up, but Chadwick Boseman's character of T'Challa says something along the lines of, instead of building walls, we should build bridges. And basically that means to embrace each other. Now Canada, the United States, and Mexico are all connected, so why fight with each other? Why can't we help each other out a little bit and make things easier for not only businessmen, but for the great citizens like me, and most likely you, if you're Canadian, American, or Mexican watching this video. Why not just make it easier for all of us and make things cheaper and make everyone happier and one less thing to worry about in the world. But in the meantime, you best believe I'm going to take advantage of these things in the stock market because everyone else's fear is my personal gain. Also, I just got word that the new trade agreement is supposed to go down on October 1st, 2018. That's at least the deadline. I don't know what the hell that's supposed to mean, the deadline for the trade agreement. I don't know what is that supposed to mean. Like if it doesn't happen by then, it's not happening whatsoever. I doubt it. If it doesn't happen by then, maybe they'll just postpone it to another date. But in the end, I think it's going to happen. They're going to do this deal. They're going to get it done. There's going to be some pen, some paper, some signing, some this and some that. And we're going to get a trade deal between the United States, Canada, and Mexico. And it'll basically be NAFTA 2.0 with some new details that'll benefit maybe everyone. I have no idea. I don't really know. But I think there's going to be a trade agreement. And I think the markets can calm down. But in the meantime, take the opportunities you can get. Buy what you can, get the discounts you want, and snap up all the deals you can, because once this goes through, you know the market's going to go back up because it's going to rejoice. And how does it rejoice? It rejoices by spending money, buying stocks, and making everything go up and make everything more expensive. So sometimes fear is a good thing if you want a discount. So if you want a discount, now's a good opportunity because, hey, fear creates discounts. It really does. In my opinion, the American stock market is very strong. I don't think it's going to have any problems for the next at least year. And the Canadian stock market is also pretty strong. The Canadian economy is strong in general. Honestly, guys, I don't think you're going to have any problems. There's going to be a trade deal signed. Don't worry about it. If not by October 1st, maybe at a later date. I don't really know 100%. Again, I don't follow politics super crazy. I only follow it when it starts to affect the stock market and money. And this is one of those things that affects it. So I gotta follow it, you know. But I don't enjoy following it, I'll be honest. It just kind of pisses me off in general. But when it comes to money, you gotta know what's happening with money. And trade does affect money a lot. So you need to follow it, right? Anyways, guys, so that's pretty much all I have to say about the North American Free Trade Agreement, otherwise known as NAFTA, officially being done. At least the United States and Mexico currently have a deal in place. Hopefully Canada will join them real quick. More than likely, it's going to happen. Trudeau's got an election coming up. He wants to get this done because I know he wants to brag about this at election. It's just going to happen. The Liberals are going to brag about it. So he's going to talk about it. He's got to gear up for that election mode. He's going to get this done. Pretty much mark my words on that. Unless he's getting screwed over by Trump and Mexico and they basically don't want to make a deal. If they're willing to deal, a deal's going to happen. Simple as that. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video and you want to see more videos, remember to click the like button and smash the subscribe button to always stay notified. and maybe click the bell icon, then you'll really stay notified every time I post a video. Also, please do comment down below what your thoughts on NAFTA being done are and the new trade agreement between the United States and Mexico. And maybe you have some ideas on what you want me to make a video on. Maybe you want me to review a stock. Please do let me know, and I'll be sure to check it out. Alright guys, until next time, see you later and have a great day.